All right, guys, we're here with Candice Lewis Carter, all right? IFBB Pro, and I'm going to run through some stats because I'm terrible with stats, so hopefully I get these right. So she has beaten 2 reigning Miss Olympias in competition. The third Miss Olympia was Nicole Wilkins, who wasn't reigning at the time, right? Mm-hmm. And she's also been top 3 at the Figure Olympia for 4 years running straight. Is that everything? Okay.
That's everything.
Okay, well, as much as I know, is there anything you want to add?
But I'm a big person on goals and achieving goals, so I had this goal of winning the most shows, and by winning the Arnold this past year, I'm the winningest, if that's a word.
It is it is now. We're going to go with winningest.
Winningest Figure Olympia of all time.
That's amazing. So basically, I'm in the presence of a legend. So just so you guys know, so now we're 16, 15 weeks out from the Olympia, something like that. Has prep started already?
Yes, it started for me last week. Okay. Yeah, we went on a cruise, and I'm like, okay, it's time to get back to work.
You started prep on a cruise? Oh my God, I wish.
After the cruise, of course. But yes, I'm home, and I'm ready to start my prep.
Now, since you've been doing this a while, and you're at the top, you're like the elite level, what do you attribute your longevity to?
One, keeping your body healthy, and I recently just heard like LeBron James spends $1 million on keeping his body healthy for longevity. We all know like he's at top of his game, is still breaking records and things like that. So I contributed my long journey of 12 years of competing and never been injured, never took any time off. Body's always in a good state. It's just recovery, therapy, massages, yoga, just making sure that I'm healthy and I can compete at the very best, and there's nothing that's like stopping me or enabling me to go after my goals.
Right, 12 years at the top level without an injury is amazing. Now, okay, let's training style. Do you train like high volume, low volume? Does it vary? Is it?
Well, my training is quite extreme. Of course, we're in an extreme sport, but I have a genetic disorder. It's called P.C.O.S, and it's a women's disease that most 70% of women have. They don't know, and
really?
I was diagnosed about 3 years ago, and it's hormonal issues, it's obesity, it's diabetes, it's all of these things that this sport is not, and so I had a new why that I have to train. So with saying that, I have to train like 5 hours a day, literally, in order to lose weight. And people are like, you know, you're on stage, like you're so lucky. Like, no, like I'm literally fighting a disease and my body to be able to do this. It's very hard. I'm very passionate about it. So
that's amazing.
Within those 5 hours, like I do yoga, I have to do cycling, I have to train for 2.5 hours. So I'm always trying to move my body, because the more I move, the better I will be able to lose weight. I'm so glad that you're actually saying this, because there's been this like, especially like online trainers, where it's like if you're doing more than a half hour of cardio 3 times a week, you're training with the wrong trainer. And it's such a blanket statement, which I'm like, you know, Nicole Wilkins actually said off season, I think she does 45 minutes either once or twice a day, elite level. Now here you are, elite level, doing all that work, and you actually said you have a genetic disorder that 70% of women have. 70%. So what is the name of it again? It's called P.C.O.S, is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And so one of the symptoms that I've always had is, one, severely acne, which I had since I was little until my adulthood, until I went to dermatology, got it all cleared up. Diabetes, obesity, infertility, hormonal issues, depressions. There's so many things that can honestly be diagnosed as something else, and especially for women, they think like age. Oh, I just can't lose weight because I'm older now, my metabolism is burnt out, but it's probably you have this, and 70% of women literally have this disorder.
That's amazing, because a lot of women out there, they're just thinking, well, I'm just not, I don't have the genetics to lose weight, or I've always been heavier. Like, they rationalize it, or they don't really know that what's going on, so they obviously say that. So if you guys are watching this, we actually do have a lot of women that watch the channel now. Check into this, because this actually could, I was not aware of this whatsoever. I had no idea it even existed. So I'm learning this too, and I'm actually going to go about and tell people about this too. I'm going to actually do some research.
Yes.
But like that could be a real reason, and I'm actually glad we did this interview, because it was supposed to be about competing and stuff, but now we're actually doing something that I think a lot more people are going to be looking into. So
yeah, and I was surprised, because how I first found out is I was having a hard time losing weight, and I thought it was because like I was just barely 30 years old a couple years ago, and so I was like, maybe it's like that 30 years old, like my metabolism is shot, or maybe it's because I've been competing for so many years and what's going on. So I wasn't losing weight, doing the same thing I always had did, and so I went to a doctor's, like, check it out, and I didn't even get my blood work. My doctor like discovered it for me. She was like, hey, doing this.
Did she know what she was looking for, or she just kind of popped on it?
And I literally scared me to death. Like I had a mental breakdown, and it's been a while hard for me to talk about it because it's a sensitive subject as far as like the infertility problems and things that I have to deal with in the future. But back to how she discovered, she was doing an exam and she looked at my ovaries. There's like 6 cysts on there. She's like, "Oh, you have this." I'm like, "What did you say?" Like it was like death. Like it was so scary, and it's just frightening. So I just want to spread the word, obviously, to women to get checked out, because a lot of the symptoms can be something else that you think you have, but really it is something to do with your hormones and finding it.
That's amazing, and it's actually great that, I mean, you're a great ambassador for the sport to begin with, elite level, to actually come out with that, like, and saying that it was hard to talk about before. Well, thank you for coming out and talking about it, because if you don't, a lot of people are not going to know, and their quality of life could, drastically change from what you're saying. So if they want to find you, it's iCandy. I can never get this right. It's a long, like.
It's iCandy Fit Beauty.
On Instagram, is it the same thing on Facebook?
It's the same thing on Facebook, same thing on Twitter. I'm mostly on Instagram a lot, so find me there. I do really try to message everyone back with messages, DMs, and things like that. So, please message me, and if I don't reply back, do it again. I definitely will see it one of these times, or email me. Actually, by the way, that will probably be better to get me directly.
Is it iCandy Beauty Fit at?
It's the letter I, Candy, Fit,
Beauty. I can see.
Yeah.
Well, good luck at the Olympia. We're all pulling for you. I've known you and your husband for a while now. You've always been my favorite figure competitor, and I'm not just saying that. Honestly, I'm not just saying that. I don't follow figure too much because I'm like, well, she's the best, so we're gonna go with that. So good luck at the Olympia, and we will see you out there. Thank you so much, Candice.
Thank you so much.